So I think daily warming up routine is extremely important. Anywhere where you are, you have this in your pocket. And before a concert, or also just for warming up before really practicing, it's a kind of that you arrive at yourself, at your daily condition, so how that you can include your life, the room where you are. And so I always start at first with a scale. You can say the title is a bit like arriving in my landscape, so with or at the instrument. And it's important that I'm not just walking now on my instrument, it's that I arrive also with my body together with the instrument. For me, there's one body, there's another body, but somehow we are not only working together, we are really also one body. So when I start the several times up and down just with one slow bow to become in touch with the string. So I directly start to form any note. So I not just play a scale because I play a scale. I check my bow arm. How is weight working? How's the movement working? If I feel with the left hand, after 3-4 times quite more safe, I do tool, legato. And so on, 3. And so on, 4. And I already start to use maybe different fingerings, crossing also the strings. 5. Okay, then you're warm. And I think the important thing is really not only go the same way. First to start with also half position. It's important because first and half position, it's good to don't ignore it while practicing. And then in the, maybe you noticed also in the upper position, I like to do with the scales chromatic fingerings, with including the fourth finger. It's nice to have a fourth finger, the thumb. It's nice to have it as a fourth finger, and it's comfortable, so the hand doesn't have to make some doesn't get any tension so far, and I can always change the strings. then I start to be flexible. So my landscape starts to grow up. Yeah? So when I warm after this, I could focus even more on my bow arm, like doing some just bowings. Yeah, or rhythm. And somehow I never played just some notes, like playing a scale and thinking about something else. I directly want to listen good sound. Even the first open string should sound good, should move well, and so I don't get bored. Yeah? So, and after the scale, I can do some little chord studies. Yeah, just to be strong on the G string. I can use the D string to control. To make it a bit more difficult, maybe you know this exercise. And I do the bow change somehow serious. I bite a bit on the top. So we cannot start early enough to really check our sound on the top. This is a super important thing. So, and then I also include some double stops. This is from C-Mandel page, I don't know. You can choose a very easy double stop bars, but it's interesting to play them in a line, not just like somehow, yeah? So just give them a direction. I really try now to play the G string a bit more realistic. I could do the contrast with the D string. And I can play both quite loud. If I play double stops, I really train to bring my weight on the bass. So if I want to bring the weight on one string, yeah, okay, but a D string is double weight. It's very good for sonority. So, and then after some double stops, I always include my dear Mr. Findeisen super exercise. Yeah, okay, it's very good for thumb position. We always need an extra hello to thumb position. And of course, we have many very good exercises. And this exercise from Mr. Findeisen, he has a lot of like this. But this thing I just played is a bit like you have to change your hands. And in reality, in the solo pieces you play, you must have also very flexible hands. And yeah, also here, when I play this quite difficult exercise, which is just I think 8 or 10 lines. So that's not so much. But if I feel, oh, must be better in tune, then I go. So then I do two legato or just détaché. But the four legato, I think it's important. Yeah, and so on. So to have a really fast and controlled left hand. The thing I think which is very important is, even while the scale, if I feel, oh, I could be better in tune today, I keep like bringing really the weight on the string and pressing on a point. And I don't start to feel like, oh, today I'm maybe not really good in tune, and I search for the notes. I just play in tune or not in tune. Something in between doesn't exist. And if I feel it should be more in tune, then I just take it around. Taking care that I really press well. And then I continue. So I think this is very important, that you don't start to search your intonation. It's in tune or not. For this you need to be able to listen to yourself, which means to be able to get also a bit in a distance to yourself. You just take your attention. Is it in tune or not? Okay, I will correct, go back. So never be impatient and just work. And the fun of this work is when you really always play with a good sound. So bad sound is always boring for your ears, so don't kill your ears. Okay, and for me the end of the warming up routine is always a bit more difficult a chord study exercise, which I also can use a bit like a double stop exercise. Next chance. So with this, I have all the movements I need for the pieces I study then. Yeah, it's like scale, a chord study, a few double stops, extra training on thumb position, and maybe a bit more difficult. This was a Kaimi exercise that brings really us from the low position to the highest position. And it's to train easy things like this. I mean, for example, I use a bit less bow in the lower positions. I use more bow in the higher positions. So that's sensible to use also one exercise which moves a bit more. So I want to train how to work with my servant, that's this finger, this hand, and with the boss, that's the bow hand.